So this club.
Salute to our Blorange Tears fam. What it do? It's your man Subliminal 209. I got my host Cully Goat in the building, and this is Knicks after party, y'all. I'm saying I apologize for the phone right now. My laptop is not working, so I'm gonna have to do the show from the phone. You know, it is what it is, y'all. But how y'all feeling about this schedule? How y'all feeling about this team? Man, to me, I thought we was a playing team at best. You know what I'm saying? I thought the roster was poorly constructed. You feel me? I thought that Adam Silver gave us a tough schedule in the beginning and, you know, towards the middle, then gave us a soft schedule towards the end to make us go chase the rainbow for that fake pot of gold and ruin our lottery pick and move back in the draft because he always does us like that. You know what I'm saying? He keeps us in there thinking that we going to make a play in, and then we just fall back. So, to me, I want to blame the front office for putting this roster together. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of they got rid of some of our assets. We didn't draft nobody. We had Ousmane Dieng in our hands. I was hyped. I was yelling. I was jumping. I was screaming. And then just to let him go. And then we had to give up an asset to get rid of Kemba. You know what I'm saying? And all that. Y'all know what it is. So we're like Uncle Freezy always says, pick a direction and go. So do we let them lie in their bed that they made and kind of sit back and watch, and it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully we make a play-in, or hopefully we get a high draft pick, or do we use some of these assets to once again hustle backwards and pick up a vet that's a journeyman to be in front of one of these youngins again, you know what I'm saying? And take over their spot, take over their minutes. I mean, or like I mentioned, when we didn't get the Spider, I said it that day, and a lot of us said it in Knicks universe, SGA. But is OKC really giving up SGA? And for what? For more assets? I think they got more assets than a couple teams put together. You know what I'm saying? They got like 22 picks and some change like forever. You feel me? So I don't know what they want from us. I don't think they want anything from us. I mean, it don't hurt to pick up the phone and call, though. You know what I'm saying? But how you feeling about that, Kelly? Salute to you, bro.
Salute, bro. Salute the chat. David L, Omega, Scissor, salute, Unc. You know, it's funny. I mean, one thing I do want to say, we're only 5-6. It could be worse. I know we want to make moves before it gets worse. But, you know, honestly, it's like 50-50. It's like because with a record like 5-5, and let's say we win, we play tomorrow. Let's say we win tomorrow with 6-6. As a fan, that's 50-50. So as a fan, I'm gonna be 50-50. I don't know what we should do because it can either go up or down. So I don't know how we're playing now. But I mean, they do say you're only as good as your last game or your last performance. And our last performance, we looked horrible. It was very horrible. It was trash. So I don't know. I mean, I hope we bounce back now. See, the thing is, it's funny. I'm watching the Brooklyn game. I was looking at the highlights, and the announcer said the Knicks, they beat all all their losses are against the good teams, but against the bad teams they win. So it's something guess you could say it's concerning. It is because you want to you sign Jalen Brunson. You want to be over the hump to beat the good teams. But see, real basketball fans know that Jalen Brunson was not enough. I knew he wasn't enough. It was bittersweet. I like him. I don't have nothing bad to say about him besides him getting torched on defense. I get that, but it's kind of like you knew that. You knew that signing the guy. You know he has limitations. A guy named Sumner killed him last night. I cannot believe that. Sumner's not bad though, but we need something else. I don't know who we're gonna trade for because it's like we have to wait for another disgruntled superstar. So I don't know who that's gonna be. I don't want us to get desperate because that seems like Knicks history to get desperate. I mean, I can't call it, man. You had a chance with Donovan Mitchell. People could say, Cully, you're bugging. Man, listen, if you spoke to them for 2 months, there's no way. Everybody keeps saying, oh, they wanted the whole team from us. You could have negotiated for 2 months. If you're talking to them, you could have negotiated him down. Kind of like getting the car. You could talk him down. I mean, I know it's the NBA. I know that it's players. There's a different scenario. 2 months we was talking to them, July and August. Knicks was talking to Jazz, allegedly. There's no way you can't talk Danny Ainge down. Now, if he's spiteful, then he's spiteful. Oh, well, we have to move on because Cavs are good and the Jazz are good. Jazz are 10-3 or 10-1, if I'm not mistaken. Cavs are, I think, at the top of the East. Look how both those teams are ahead of us. So that's kind of like a smack in the face, how we just can't get, just like every other year, we just can't get in the middle of any deal. It's horrible. We are in talks. We have, it's quote unquote interest, but we pull no plugs. I can go all night. But let me kick it a sub. Let's sub go in his bag, and then we'll come back to me. Guys, sub.
No, I'm with you. We signed Brunson. We said that he was gonna win us those games that we're supposed to win, and for the most part, we've been competitive with the teams that we weren't supposed to win against. I mean, they have more star power, more firepower. We kind of over-evaluated our youngins, and to talk about that Spider incident once again, like I was all in. IQ's my guy. I was like, get rid of all them cats. You feel me? Get rid of all them cats. Let's establish our backcourt. You know what I'm saying? Establish your starters before you establish your bench. It's like they were going backwards. And as far as Brunson, I mean, he's that that facilitator, that floor general, that guy that can get his own bucket. But at the same time, we knew that he wasn't going to be a good defensive player. But knowing that ahead of time, though, you got to surround him with defensive-minded players and length. You feel me? That's why Cam Reddish looks so good out there because, like you mentioned many times, Kelly, he's a really only true small forward we have on the team that you could throw in there with the starting lineup, you know what I'm saying, that can defend multiple players, 1 through some 4s, you know what I'm saying, depending on who's out there. So that's kind of what I would do. I would kind of go with the blueprint of Toronto when they have a Fred VanVleet, a shorter guy out there. They have a Scotty Barnes. They have a Siakam. You know what I'm saying? They have just length out there, guys who want to run. Guys, what's that?
All their guys are like over 6'8".
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like all those guys are over 6'8". They all want to run. They all want to, they all want to go in transition. They all like that, and we see that Brunson can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like he pushes the pace. You feel me? Like he likes to push the pace. We just don't have guys. I mean, we do have some athleticism with Obi, Cam, and Mitch, and Sims like that too, though. But a lot of those guys you really can't start, though. You feel me? And when we're full strength, I would like to see what a unit of Brunson, Grimes, Cam, Julius, and Mitch look like out there. Just the simple fact that we need defense. We know that Grimes is an undersized combo guard, not really an undersized combo guard. He plays like the 2 and 3, but an undersized guard who could guard multiple players as well from positions 1 through 3. But we really don't want to put him on the 3s because he's only 6'4". But you put him at a 2, or you let him guard the 1, then that kind of hides Brunson a little bit. You know what I mean? He takes that Fournier spot where he's more catch and shoot. You're not asking him to handle the rock as much. He can, as you can see what he did in Summer League. We just get a healthy Grimes right now, and I just like to see what that unit looks like. In the meantime, like if they're going to stick with this group or they're going to go trade for somebody, it has to be somebody with that 6'8" height with that long 7 foot some change wingspan. You know what I mean? Like another carbon copy of a Cam Reddish athletic, but just somebody who could knock down the three. I don't know who that guy is right now, and does that guy even exist? Is he even on the market, or do we look at the draft at that point? But we're seeing the holes though. We're seeing that it's just a bad fit right now. Our tiny three, our small three, is just not a good fit together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't knock down threes. We're super inconsistent. We're depending on one guy, one game to another. Like, is it going to be Julius? Is Brunson going to start cooking? Is it going to go quarter to quarter? Like, who's a hot hand? Not even from game to game, but who's a hot hand from quarter to quarter? So there's just a lot of like inconsistency, and with our bench as well, like it looks like IQ took a step back. You know, I actually like what Obi's been doing. Obi looks a lot more confident out there. So like to me, the only two guys that are shining right now with the minutes that they've been produced is Obi and Cam. And you saw Thibodeau was able to, you know, play with that lineup. You know what I'm saying? Small ball, putting Randall and Obi together is what we asked. So, like, I'm not saying that it's going to be something that we see all the time, though, but I would like to see that a lot more, because with Julius playing the way he is and him leading the team and you know, points and all that, it's going to be hard for Obi to get some minutes, you know, behind him. So you got to kind of switch things up. I'm going to let you go ahead and rock, because I'm rocking for a minute now all over the place.
Oh, you're good, man. I just want to say, man, like, how does everybody feel about RJ? It's funny because I'm looking at Kaiser Souls. Kaiser Souls is like, look, man, I'd blow this team up right now from scratch. I'd rip the Band-Aid off and deal with all the pain, man. It's actually funny. Salute everybody. Salute my man Jules, Kaiser, Finesse, Julian, Geraldine, Justin. Salute.
Appreciate y'all rocking with us.
Huh?
I said I appreciate y'all rocking with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. As always, man. Justin King said, what he says, I think, is the hard truth, man. I don't think no teams are trading with us, because I think everybody looks at Knicks fans only look at the trade for our benefit. The teams might not want our guys. You know, they might be happy with what they got. You always got to think about that. Teams are happy. That's why the asking price sometimes is too high. They're happy with what they got. You know, we need to do things right. We can't seem to do things right. Middle of nowhere. Somebody said it earlier. Salute, JJ. Somebody said it earlier. Middle of nowhere team. And you're going to end up getting a draft pick that's like 14, 15, and not making any progress. Somebody said that. And it's like, you know, it's like, come on, what are the Knicks doing? Because it's like we're losing by accident. It's like we're trying to win, but we're losing. You know, and it's actually sad. I do not want this to be another year, another repeat of last year. You know, I try to stay positive, but sometimes I got to be realistic, man.
Yeah, but it comes down to the scouting department too, though, Kelly, because there was a lot of guys that got picked after our pick that we passed on. You know what I'm saying? Like Trevor Keels wasn't even, you know, we did the draft and stuff like that. Trevor Keels wasn't even on my list, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that
there was guys ahead of him that I would have took. You know what I mean? There's guys that, you know, I wanted Sohan, and then there was like you wanted Tara Eason.
Yeah,
like Almighty, like
that too. Almighty just said it, Tara Eason. That's why I went.
Okay.
Eason, man.
You know what I mean, though? Like there's a lot of guys we had, like I mentioned, we had Ousmane Deng in our hands. So we're in the deepest draft that's been, you know, that had for a while, just the deepest draft. So we have picks. I'm saying we have 2 first-round picks and a couple seconds though. So it's time to do our due diligence. Time to figure out what guys are going to be available, because you know that we're going to get somewhere in the teens in the draft. We never get any high picks. Even if we finish 8th, we're probably going to get 12th. We're always going to fall back no matter what. So I'm not saying tank. I'm saying go ahead and I mean, like I said, they made their bed, now line it. I mean, these are the guys that you knew what their capabilities were, you know, what their liabilities were, and this is what you decided to put on the floor. So let's go ahead and see if some of these young cats can take another level. See if IQ can get out of his funk. You know what I'm saying? See if Obi can take, because Obi's been doing stuff I haven't seen before. He's posting people up, even though he's fading away. He's blocking people. You know what I'm saying? He's facing up, going a little one-on-one, crossing over, taking a little midi. Like, he's showing a little more confidence. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect what he's doing, but at least go out there and show me something. You know what I mean? So that's all I want to see. I want to see the growth and what these kids could do with some of these minutes. Cam, I mean, a lot of people had already quit on Cam. You feel me? And I was like, man, pay Cam ahead of time. Pay him what, 12? I was like 12, 15 at the most, somewhere around there. Get him that 4-year deal with RJ, and we have him in house. Now we're gonna have to pay him more because the rest of the NBA is gonna see his value as well. So, like, I just kind of want to just sit back and see how things are gonna go. We saw this team was average. We saw this team was a 40, 41, 42, wherever you guys say, you know what I mean? Like, nobody thought 50s, but it's kind of going to be one of those roller coaster rides where you can't be too high and can't be too low because it is what it is. You feel me? We're gonna beat these teams. We're better than the bottom feeders. We're better than the Orlandos, the Pistons. Those bottom 3-4 teams on each conference. Then it kind of just plays out and see what we have at the end of the schedule. I mean, like, is there going to be injuries? There's injuries on or guys sitting out like Kyrie and Harden. Where teams don't have their stars. You feel me? And as far as our team, that's one thing about our team is that they're durable. You feel me? Brunson's durable, RJ's durable, Julius is durable. So we gonna have our guys like every game. Now a lot of other teams may not have those guys. We might end up pulling off that dub. But like I'm just here for the ride, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting too much. It kind of is what it is, and we'll see where the chips fall. We got the Pistons on Friday. Then it goes to the West Coast teams. It gets ugly. I mean, after that's OKC. Then you got Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying? You got Denver. You know what I'm saying? I'll be at that Phoenix game that Sunday. Then we playing a lot of contending teams.
Oh yeah, Phoenix. Are we going? We're going to Phoenix.
Yeah, we going to Phoenix. We have that.
Boy.
Yeah. On a Sunday, I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? But
exactly, 21 exactly. Thinking about other teams' injuries to get wins is crazy. That shows where we are as a team. We're happy that guys is hurt or he's hurt. We have a chance. We have to be better. Yeah, I can see us losing to OKC. Low key, I can too, man. I don't know. This team just has to get itself together, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's not enough what we have or what. I don't know what it is.
It's just too much inconsistency. Like, we can't depend on, all our guys collectively as a unit. We thought we had one of the best second units in the league. Like, where is D Rose? Like, D Rose has not showed up. You feel me? And when he is on the court, he's playing second fiddle next to IQ and letting IQ run the point. And a lot of the times he's just cold. He's forcing stuff. He's just not that guy. He still has that feline quickness to get to the cup though, but it just seems that I don't know, he doesn't have, like, he's not warmed up enough or something. I just And then another thing is what iHeart, like, why isn't iHeart getting more minutes with Mitch not being there? We had mentioned iHeart in the beginning of the season, like, oh, there's going to be a competition. Is he going to take Mitch's starting spot? Is he going to take minutes for Mitch? Are they going to be even? Now Mitch is no longer a factor anymore, and they got Sim starting. I mean, what's that say to you?
Right. You mean like with Mitch being out?
Yeah, with Mitch being out, then iHeart being the next man up that I expected. He's just not getting any run.
Honestly, what are you gonna say?
No, I was like, knowing that he creates that floor spacing and is another passer, from outside of the key. What is all our small threes strengths? Bully ball, getting to the cup. You know what I'm saying? Like Jalen Brunson, he gets to the cup anytime he wants, but he just needs a clear path so nobody could block his shot. I mean, he could get a shot off. You know what I'm saying? Like fading away, hitting glass, going out of bounds and things like that. Don't get me wrong though, but it just makes it a lot easier without any big there. When you're passing your guy up, and then you don't have to worry about another guy being there trying to block your shot. And same thing with RJ. He get past one defender, and then he doesn't have to worry about the guy going weak side and blocking his shot as well. Same thing with Julius. You know what I mean? It's just make your move and go. So I just don't understand why they're not using that iHeart more as a floor spacer when we got guys that just want to eat in the paint.
Right. Right. I don't know what it tells me with Mitch is like it's something we knew already. That he was gonna be hurt. Kind of like same old with him. So, iHeart tries, man. I like his effort, so I'm not really tripping about iHeart. We're missing something. Just like last season, we were missing something. Now, we might be missing that it. That's what it is. We're missing that it because guys ain't stepping up. One guy I see stepping up is Brunson. And Randall's playing off of Brunson. He plays well off him, but I don't know. We're missing that it, man. It's not clicking. I think that's all. We're not clicking.
So Kaiser Soze says that iHeart's not a stretch five. He's only shooting 20%. I get that though, but we're talking about Tom Thibodeau when he had Joakim Noah. With the Bulls. Joakim Noah wasn't shooting any threes either though. So we had mentioned iHeart in that same category as a Joakim Noah, someone who could facilitate from the charity stripe. Someone who could just, like make a good pass. And we've seen that he can make a lot of good passes with guys cutting as well. That's what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? Like using those passing abilities and on finding cutters and things like that. Not that he's going to be a knockdown 3-point shooter or anything like that though, but just to get easier shots and get guys going when they're cutting to the basket. That's kind of what I was trying to get at.
Right.
Just not just a liability out there. You're kind of finding others as well.
Okay. Who else do we have hurt? Mitch and who else?
That's pretty much it. Because Grimes played a little bit. You know what I mean? The last couple games.
I think Grimes is still hurt. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I do too, though. But he's dressed up and he's on the floor. So
yeah, I'm not fond of Tips trying to rush this guy. Like you might as well let this guy. And he has an injury that's might be more concerning than we think.
Right.
Let the guy heal. We're not. I'm not gonna say we're not good, but everybody just chillax, man. Chillax. We're 5-6. We're not. We're not 1-10. We're not 2-9. Everybody relax, man. Now we looked horrible last night, but everybody chillax. There's no trades out. Everybody keeps mentioning guys to trade for. I hear point guards. I hear guys mentioning point guards. We have a point guard. I get a lot of people not happy with Brunson. I get that. We just signed him. So I want to trade him over. What about the games that he did win for us? Or games that he had that was good game? I don't know.
And he was clutch too, Kelly. He was clutch hitting those knockdown trays, pulling up. He could be that closer. All those positive things that people said about him, it's true. It's just that I didn't think that defense was that bad. Now, is he a willing defender? Yeah, because I see him a lot. Fighting through screens, going under screens. Then he's doing a lot of helping out. But that's the part that gets me is like, you don't need to help out because what are you going to do? Are you going to block somebody when you go closing out? Like, are you stripping the rock when you're going to help? Like, just stay on your mans. Like, they got it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for you to go help out and then leave open the 3-point shooting.
Right. No, I agree, man. I agree. And then you see, just in case that bro, Nets are on an 8-game win streak. And look at that.
But I kind of blame it on Tibbs too, though, because he's supposed to be this defensive-minded coach, this defensive specialist. You're supposed to know what your guys' strengths and weaknesses are and how to hide them. You feel me? Like I'd run like a 3-2 zone. If they're killing us on the threes, you just run a 3-2 zone. You feel me?
I agree.
And then everybody's kind of, we're just defending their area. Everybody's just defending their area instead of worrying about your man, beating you. Now you got a little bit of help on on each side if you're Brunson, you know what I'm saying, stopping at the top of the key, you know what I'm saying, the line of defense. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and I highly agree. I think we should play. Something has to get. I want to ask you. You saw that Celtics game?
Yeah. Yeah. I saw the games.
What did you think of that game? Because that was a game where history was made against us. So what did you think of that one? As far as the defense, I know the obvious. But I just have to ask.
You talking about when they scored the most threes in history?
Like, I just had
That,
to ask.
but that's what I'm kind of getting at though. Like it was the same thing over and over and over. This is insanity where we're doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. You feel me? Like we just don't have the firepower to contest. You know what I mean? Cam is our best perimeter defender. You know what I'm saying? Like he's all over the place, switching and staying in front of his guy. Even last night, he tried to do what he could on Kevin Durant. But we talking about Kevin Durant. You feel me? Like there's no way you're gonna stop him. But I mean, he still try to keep him in front of him and contest him. But yeah, I mean,
he tried. I'll give him that. I watched the highlights. He did what he could, man. He has the
yeah,
lamp. He was draped on KD, man. And I
right.
think somebody had mentioned KD likes that because he could draw a foul that way. But I will say Cam did the best he could on KD, man. I can't even that game. I don't know. I just was not mad for some reason. I was mad, but I wasn't mad. I don't know because it's like there's no point. You can't control it. You can't control when they lose. The only thing is your team just has to be better. We have to be better. You know, we haven't beat them. I think Kevin Durant is 15-0 against us. 15-0. Or is that Ben Simmons? I don't know. We haven't beat KD. Oh no, I think it's Ben Simmons, but we haven't beat KD allegedly since 2013. Allegedly. That's 10 years. That is not good at all. That is not good. I think that's when we had Melo, now that I think about it. My goodness, that's just horrible. We can beat them, Justin King. We can. We could definitely beat the dog ish out of them, man. I don't know what's going on. I mean, yeah, I told guys, man, before the season started, man. I know it hates to say I told you so. I told y'all, man, I'm concerned with the team. I'm concerned with Tibbs. People say, oh, Tibbs will be all right. Tibbs made this team a good team. And now look at what's going on. I mean, like I said, we're 5-6. It's not bad yet. It's still the start of the season. Still the start of the season. But I will say, though, if Tibbs keeps this up in a 3-ball era, you can't collapse like that. I know he wants to provide rim protection, and I think he wants to neutralize penetration in the paint. Boulevard 73, salute. Yes, wow, Cully. Yes, I'm serious. I think, of course, Tibbs. I think he wants to neutralize dribble, penetration in the paint. But guards are smarter than that. They see help 2 times faster. A good guard sees that, and he's gonna kick it out to open man. That's what happened. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't see the Boston game, but I assume that's what happened. I saw highlights, but I think that's what happened. A lot of people was mad at Tibbs, so I'm gonna assume we did a lot of collapsing, and they had the best shooting night of their life, So during the season, this can't continue. This cannot continue. We have to make changes, but I don't know what the changes are. I'm really worried for my Knicks. Salute again, my man Bully. Salute. But I'm worried for my Knicks, man. I don't know where we go, but I'm gonna ride it out with them. I don't know who we trade for. I really don't know. I mean, guys in the chat, y'all have your opinions. Almighty Finesse always liked OG Anunoby. I know. I know people still like De'Aaron Fox. I know y'all still like him in there. I heard a whole bunch of names. Was De'Aaron Fox, Anunoby? Who else? Oh, Cat. A lot of people like Cat for some reason, even though he beat the crap out of him, and he didn't look like he wanted. He didn't like he had no fight in him. I don't want that in New York. I don't know. In New York, we're gonna run him out, and he's from over here in Jersey, but I don't know. SGA, okay. I like SGA. That's probably one guy I'm okay with. Only thing is, I guess we'd have to play him at the 2. You guys want to trade him for Brunson? Okay. You want to trade him for Brunson?
Yeah, I'd take it SGA. I think he'd be nice. It'd be like a Spider situation all over again. They're kind of like that combo guard. He could play the 2 off guard, and really, I mean, he can handle the rock too. So I mean, they can kind of play off one another. Your turn, my turn, because that's kind of how Brunson was with Luka. He kind of let him run the show too and play the off ball. So it really doesn't matter. who runs the point, because both of them can run the point if they need to.
Right. I agree. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I highly agree. SGA would be dope. That's one guy I can't even argue with that one. I always like SGA. I thought we was gonna get. I mean, you know how it is in the summer. We thought we was getting one of those guys, Murray, SGA, but we got Brunson. I mean, like I said, I'm not mad about Brunson, but I I knew that once we got Brunson, I know we needed one more. Anthony Edwards is cool, bully, but I don't know. He's another guy. He doesn't look like he's into the game. I don't like guys' body language. You can't be in New York with that type of body language. You have to be a dog. Like, you have to be ready to fight every night if you play for the Knicks. It's one thing about playing for the team, being in the NBA, but when you play for the Knicks, you have to be a dog every night, or we're gonna run you out of here. He can't take naps. Anthony Edwards is talented, though. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. Colin Sexton, I like too. You see what he's doing over there in Utah. I don't think they'd give him up, Finesse. If they're 10 and what, 3? I don't think they'd sell him. Him and Laurie Marketing, you know what I mean?
I've been saying Sexton the last 2 years, Kelly.
Yeah,
I was like, we need to go get Sexton. I said it like 2 years ago, but yeah, I don't.
That for a while. Yeah, I was okay with Sexton. I didn't mind it. I didn't care because I just wanted us to. I wanted us to get a point guard and a wing. Those were the two guys I wanted. Bradley Beal might be up for trade. I don't know. He might be though. I heard the Lakers covered him right now. That don't mean Lakers gonna get him, but Lakers is they're more aggressive than we are, so they might. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Thing about our front office, Cully, they scared to pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? They won't bust a grape in Napa Valley. You feel me?
They scared to bust a grape in a fruit fight, man.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to do it. They're scared. Leon Rose does his little baby trades. Like, he'll trade a pick for cash to open up cap space or some, you know what I'm saying? And the fans is wondering, what are you going to do with this cap space? Who are you going to sign? And he'll probably sign like a second tier player. I mean, I don't want to say that. I don't like to disrespect players, but Bale is good though. He's good, but I think he would be. You know what? People may hate me for this. I think he may be good next to a Brunson. I think a Bale, but then again, you have Randall, RJ. I really don't know. These guys need the ball. I don't know. I really don't know. It means RJ will have to take a back seat because RJ is not better than Bale. Randall, he's not better than Bale, and Randall's having a decent season, and he's deferring. He's playing over Brunson, but
now how old is Bill?
Bill, I think is 28, 29. I don't know. Can't be. Is he 30? I don't know. He got drafted in 2012. No, he might be 30. He might have just turned 30 or 31. He got drafted 2012. I remember, to the Wizards. I think he got drafted at 20. I can't remember. But yeah, he's Bill's 29. Okay.
Yeah, so, but what has Bill really done though? You know what I'm saying? Like, besides score.
Besides having a score, yeah, I don't know, man, but he's a solid player. He's a solid player. I don't know. 30.
He didn't let his team nowhere.
He didn't. He didn't lead his team nowhere. They build around him. They decide to go around him, but nothing.
And don't you feel like on paper they have a better roster than us right now?
The Wizards?
Yeah.
They have Hachimura, Kuzma. I feel like they have one more guy. Okay, they have Johnny Davis.
KP.
Who? Oh, KP. Okay, that's the other guy, KP. What's their record? You don't know? No, last time, not to cut you off.
They're 6-6.
Oh, okay. Because last time I checked, I saw I think they was 4-1 or 4-2. Last time I checked, they had a decent record. They probably started hitting a little roller coaster, but they had a decent record last I checked. That might have been a week ago. So on paper, yeah, they might be. I don't know when we play them. That's the only way to find out. But that might be a close game. They beat Luka tonight. Okay, Luka might be hitting that wall, not the trash wall, the wall of he needs help. Luka is an effing beast. But I don't know, man. We're not getting Luka. We're not getting Bale is more possible, but I don't know if we're getting. I just don't know. I don't know, man. I like Zach LaVine. We didn't get him. We didn't get DeRozan. I could name superstars all night. Yeah, we beat him in, was it preseason? Did we play him in the season?
Who's that?
Huh?
Who's that?
The Wizards.
We
played in the preseason.
We played the Pacers and we played the Pistons. We played the Pacers twice, I think. We played the Pistons.
We played the Wizards, I think, the last game in the preseason. We beat the crap out of them, but that's the preseason. I mean, I ain't sleeping on KP's actually playing a little bit more decent. SGA is realistic though. Yes, he is realistic. I think he's possible for some reason. Yeah, we won. We won the pre, but
I think they didn't have a lot of their players either, though.
they didn't. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Bale is possible. SGA is possible. I don't want no big men. Terrence is cool, but I don't know if his heart is in it, man. I don't want no guy whose heart isn't in it. I mean, you got Jay Crowder that's out there. He might be less. He might be, he's another
But
veteran.
don't you want to train for guys that move the needle though? Like does Jay Crowder move the needle? I mean,
he might bring some intensity. That's about it. Some perimeter defending. But
he plays the same position Julius does in Obi though, so that'd be somebody that takes minutes from one of those guys.
Yeah,
but I think we need to find a shooting guard. We still need to find that guy to match up with Brunson in the backcourt. We actually need a shooter that can shoot and play defense. You feel me? Okay, that's why that Grimes is so intriguing right now, because he doesn't need the ball in his hand. You know what I mean? Like he could just play off the other guys, and then when he catch and shoot is all you really need from him.
Right.
And to play defense. You know what I'm saying? We have too many ball dominant guys with the first unit. I mean,
right, no, I agree. I can hardly agree with that. I mean, who else you got out there? I mean, there's not many. I mean, Almighty Finesse. I remember him saying a lot of times he likes Keldon Johnson. I don't know how much he moves, but he's a good player. He's a good player. I wanted the guy Miles Bridges, but you see what happened there. Now Nas Album Fire. Okay, I got to download that. That's my favorite rapper. But yeah, I wanted LaMelo Ball. Nah, I don't think he's realistic. Hornets is not giving up. See, Hornets got a better chance of giving up Terry Rozier than LaMelo Ball. We could have had.
We could have had Terry Rozier a couple years ago when Mills was going to make the trade for Julius Randle.
Terry Rozier would have been solid. But he wanted the bag. I can't blame him. He probably would have got a bag here, but I don't know. He was already gone. Gordon Hayward, no thanks. I really do not know, man. I'm really thinking about all the teams in the NBA. I think we should have tried to make a move for Bol before. Look at him now.
He got traded twice, though. He got traded twice.
I know.
He got traded before he even got a ticket to. Who was the first team he got traded to? He went from the Nuggets to. He went to the Nuggets, didn't he?
No, he got drafted by the Nuggets.
Okay, and then he got traded somewhere real quick before he got a plane ticket. They across.
I think was it the Pistons? I'm trying to think. The Pistons? I can't fully remember. The Nuggets made a trade. It might have been the Wiz. No, I can't fully remember. I know they traded. It might have. Yeah, I can't fully remember. Yeah, I can't fully remember. That's another guy I like too. Was it the Rockets? Yeah, I can't remember. But he's another guy I wanted him, man. Before now, he's gonna get his value up. The guy's balling. Now you see the guy balling. He's balling now. Ball. I mean, they still suck, but that team is young and figuring things out. But you see Paulo. We're not even gonna talk about him. We didn't get him, so we're not gonna shed no light on his name. Damn. So any guys you like? I know you like Colin Sexton. You don't know, right? What do we do? You don't know, right?
Like I said, I'm just gonna sit back like this and enjoy the show. I'm not gonna be too high on it and too low about it, because I already know this roster is not that good, and we're competing against teams like you go down the list on every playoff team. They got at least two superstars on each team, or one superstar and a good supporting cast. You know what I mean? Like.
Right.
You got the Cavs. They got Mitchell and
right.
The other guard. You got the Celtics. You got the Hawks. I mean, we can't keep up with these guys. So at the end of the day, for me, it's just looking at these kids and seeing who could develop. Instead they're taking steps backwards. They're taking steps backwards. So, yep. I mean, if they're going to make any changes, it has to be with the front office, you know what I'm saying? Because those are the guys that are scared to make moves. Those are guys that are. Why did they get brought in here for? What happened to Wild Wild West that's supposed to have all these connections, and Leon Rose that's supposed to have all these connections? Isn't that why they got brought in? You feel me?
Happy.
Like what? Who did they bring in? Brunson? Was that what we waited 2 years for? It's just
Right, all these CAA clients, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about Paul George? Bully, I would like Paul George, but I don't think Clippers are willing to let him. Wiggins could be, but I think the Warriors value him. I think they value him now. I would like Jordan Poole, but I don't know. Whatever happened to my guy that loved Paul George? What was his name? White Falcon.
White Falcon.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I wonder what happened to him. Shout out to him. But yeah, no, Paul George would be he'd be perfect here. Man, that's the perfect wing. But I don't know him, Cam. Oh man, that'd be dope. Everyone needs to stop with the fantasy.
But you're talking about teams that are playoff teams, teams that are contenders. You know what I'm saying? Like they're sixth right now. They're 7-5. Like
go to Clippers.
Yeah, those guys aren't.
How's your hometown? I mean, that's not your hometown, but how's the Blazers?
They won the Pelicans tonight.
And Anthony Simons and Lillard is back, right? Both of them. Right?
I was watching a little bit before, but Jeremy Grant was balling. He had Zion Williamson in the blender. He was crossing him over, going behind the back, just taking him to the rack, and then he popped the three on him the next play. Like he was in his bag.
Yo, the way he's balling like a he's looking like a cerebral wing right now. He's actually I wasn't expecting this from him because he was more like an athletic kind of guy, like a shoot the open three, corner three, but he's like taking dudes off the dribble, like
yes.
I gotta respect him for that, man. I gotta respect it. He's balling for the Blazers, man. Blazers looking solid, man. A lot of teams that's not expected to do good, they're doing pretty damn good, man.
Yeah,
Blazers,
they 9-3 right now without Dame time.
See, and Lillard and Simons was out for like maybe a week, like 1 week, and they still didn't lose. Shaden Sharp is solid, yes. Shaden Sharp is balling, man. Blazers, man, they looking real good. Josh Hart leads the league. I don't know if he still does, but he leads the league as a wing. Funny, they list him as a wing. He leads the league in converting at the rim at 68%. And I'm like, wow. I don't know if it's still the same stat, but I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that was a team that wasn't afraid to make no moves, though. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of Batman, or they got rid of Robin, and brought in a couple bench players. You know what I'm saying? A couple of some supporting cast, and then sat their guy down the whole year, let him get surgery, got a high draft pick, and now they back in the game. They may be better. You know what I'm saying? Better without him. So,
they got rid of Robin, and the other team Titans stepped up, man. Which is Anthony Simons.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Both team Titans, Sharp and Simons.
They got guys like Josh Hart. You feel me? They got Justin Winslow, just another Jay Crowder type guy, just an enforcer. You know what I mean?
Which Brandon? Boulevard Brandon. Which Brandon? But yeah, just all defenders, yo. And what's the other guy? I think he's still there. I forgot now. Yeah, I forgot. I just know Josh Hart, like you mentioned. There's another guy off the bench. Oh, the other guy that's balling, Greg Brown. I think he's still over there. He's been hooping for them when they drafted him, yeah. Speaking of another guy, this is random. I don't mean to talk about guys from other teams, but look at Dennis Smith, man. You see this guy hooping?
Well, we saw him up close and personal with the third?
Yeah. Him and Jalen Brunson. Can you believe Brunson, I think, backed him up in Dallas? Can you believe that? And here they are going at each other on a big stage. That was a good ass game, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know that bully that Brandon Ingram was from New Orleans. I didn't even know that. Oh, you just talking about the team. I thought you meant that, but yeah. Brandon Ingram is solid too, though. I don't think. Well, it might be realistic though, somewhat, to make a trade for him, but I don't know. I wanted Trey Murphy too. Almighty finesse. He's still in the 50-40-90 club, man. That's a guy that I wanted. Yeah, Kaiser Souls, we're just signing CAA clients, man. I don't care about these connections, man. Get some guys that have a damn impact. On damn Trevor Kills. I don't mean to talk about Trevor Kills like that, but come on. Come on, man.
But it sucks though when you see other players, get picked after him, and
Right.
And like even like a Kendall Brown, I had mentioned even like a Kendall. We could have got a Kendall Brown, which is like a poor man's Obi Toppin, just somebody who's athletic, another athletic, bouncy wing. That's in
Derek Jones.
Yep,
Well, who's he on the Pacers?
I think so.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
wild guy. Got the fro, wild, just running. Yeah, I like you gotta like guys like that. Guys that just run and run and run and run. Just never stop running. Hustle, all that stuff. Yeah, like Obi. Exactly. They'll be out on fast breaks. Oh man, we gotta win tomorrow. This is a trash team. I don't know the Pistons record. I really don't care, but we have to win tomorrow. No ands.
I mean, they're 3-9. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. They have a lot of young talent and they're heading in the right direction. But with all the money that we put into our tiny three, there's no way we should lose that game. They got to show up for games like that. They got to make it difficult for them. You know what I'm saying? You got to put pressure on Cade Cunningham. Just don't let him breathe. Just he's really not a good defender. So you saw Brunson get his own anytime he wants against them, and
right.
But they weren't full strength last time either. Though. I mean,
Which team? The Pistons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got some of our old players. They got Noels. They got Burks. I mean, who knows? They might show up and show out just to stick it to us. Like, y'all shouldn't have got rid of us. I'll show you.
Right. Where do we play them at? The Garden? I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I gotta see if we're in Detroit. It'd be something if Alec Burks kills us. I think I'd stop watching for like. I stopped watching for like a week.
He turns into MJ.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'd stop watching for like a week or two. No, Cat is not it, Kaiser. I agree. Jaylen Brown would be great, Bully. That's one guy I like too, but I just don't. It's too good to be true, so I don't think about it. I wanted Jaylen Brown for a while. So yeah. Yeah. That's one guy I would want. Yeah. I don't know. Celtics are pretty good though, right? I don't think.
Yeah, they're 8-3.
Yeah, so I don't see them letting them.
So they're third. They're third right now in the East.
Yeah, so I don't really see them. I mean, he might be available because of the politics that's going on, but I don't see them letting him go. I think these teams want to win, man. We don't have nothing they want. We don't have nobody. So I mean, I don't know, man. I really that's the funny part about it. That's why we're stuck in no man's land unless we do something desperate. We don't know what it is. Dolan's gonna have to come down off his seat soon. I can see Ivan and Duran being a problem. I can see Duran being a problem. Now, Ivy reminds me of Ja. It's possible that Ivy could be a problem if he takes over the game. If he looks to take over, he can be a problem. He has the athleticism, and Ivy's pretty damn tough. But Duran, I can see Duran giving us a problem down low, like just with hustle and paint presence. I can really see that. I can see Duran. That'd be something if Duran gives us a problem. I think I would scream. Not that I really want Duran, but just the fact that you let him torch us, I think I'd be mad. Mathurin's balling. That's the guy I wanted. That's one guy I wanted last year's draft.
Yeah, but he wasn't in our range though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think he went at like 8, so almost, but no, I knew he wasn't getting him. I knew. Yeah. We drafted Duran, but give it away. Yeah, we like somebody mentioned. I think it was somebody mentioned it earlier, man. We gave up a pick for Brunson. We gave up a pick for Brunson. I thought they would have money, but apparently not. I don't know. Only Leon Rose knows the money situation. Leon Rose has to rectify this now because, team has to take off. I mean, a lot of teams are not taking it off. I will say, though, on the good, Usman Deng is a guy I wanted. But a lot of teams, I will say, though, are not clicking. I mean, some teams are, some teams aren't. But I want us to click. That's the main thing. But, I mean, we're not the only team that's not clicking. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. We need to start clicking. And a lot of teams that didn't click, it's a lot of the unexpected teams that were supposed to be good, they're not clicking. And a lot of teams that wasn't expected to be good, they're clicking. They're at the top of the standings. So
why do you think we're not clicking though?
It's either, I mean, it could be one of the few things. I mean, it could be guys are just not used to Brunson. I'm not blaming Brunson, but guys are not used to shoot first point guard, even though Peyton was kind of like shoot first, but he was trash. But it could be guys are not used to a shoot first point guard like that. It could be the team just doesn't respect Tibbs anymore, or he might have lost them. It could be maybe we just don't have what we think we have. Could be one of the few things. Yeah, it could be one of those few things.
And our shooting is just horrendous. You feel me? Like
Knockdowns. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't have the knockdowns we think we do. We have guys that improve their shooting, but we don't have any like knockdown Steve Novak type of shooters. You know, we don't have those guys here. Yeah, we just have guys that can, they'll cross a guy up, step back, shoot off the dribble, and that's about it. But it's not enough. I mean, you need knockdowns. Those are the guys that help you get back in games. Guys that can run and get open in the corner and knock down the threes. Guys that could defend and hit the three. Cam should be that, but Cam has gotten better. I will say his defense is pretty elite. He just has to get it clicking on both ends. He has to get used to longer minutes.
But he's taking over the R.J. Barrett role where he's guarding the best wing. Then now you're asking him to score as well.
Right.
And he's going to be gassed out. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have your legs underneath you, or you're driving to the cup and you're just short, or you're going into traffic and you just don't have that, that counter move once you're already in the air. So right now, I think I'm okay with the role Cam's playing because he took over that starting position. But now it's up to the rest of the players like a RJ Barrett to kind of make those knockdown shots and just finish at the cup, because now he's still getting to the cup and he's not finishing those bunnies. You feel me? He's leaving it short. I mean, I
highly agree. Yes, you're right. Cam was being asked to go. I think it was the Celtics game. He looked winded. I think Tibbs had pulled him out, and Cam looked pretty mad. But you could see it. He was gassed. And
he played like 37, 38 minutes that game.
Yeah, and he's not young. He's used to that.
And he was guarding multiple defenders. You know what I'm saying? I mean, opponents. You know what I'm saying? He was guarding the Jalen Browns. He was guarding the Marcus Smarts. You know what I'm saying? He was helping out and closing out and just contesting shots just all over the place.
And he was forcing his turnovers too. I like to see
playing the passing lanes. I mean,
cutting guys off, negating them from driving. We need more players like that. It's not enough. And Cam is good. I'm just saying, Cam is good, but it's not enough. You're going to need more guys like that. Can't do it all.
That's what I'm saying. Him and Grimes, you know what I'm saying, with Cam playing the passing lanes and Grimes getting in someone's chest, you know what I'm saying, and fighting over screens, and even those two guys will be able to switch when they're on the court together. You know what I mean, and not skip a beat. So that's kind of what I want to see is those guys, because that's all we got. I mean, yes, wish we could go get this player and wish we could get that player, but at the end of the day, this is what we have. This is what we got to work with. So it just depends on, Tibbs running these guys in the court together and kind of seeing who fits with who. Because his job, I think his job is on the line. Don't you think? Like, if we have another losing season and we don't make the playoffs, you think they cut ties with him first, or you think Dolan steps down?
You said if we don't make the playoffs?
Yeah, if we don't, I mean the play-in. Let's not say the playoffs.
I think Dolan. Salute Chuck, by the way. I think Dolan steps down. Yeah, but I think if this season gets worse, if it gets worse, it can either go up or down. If it gets bad, Dolan's definitely stepping in. I think he's stepping in. New York is Front Street, so people gonna be calling for Tibbs' head. So it's coming soon.
Yeah,
I mean, I hope it's a Tibbs, but it's coming soon, man.
And that's what I'm saying. I really don't blame Tibbs because this is what he has to work with, though. But at the same time, you got to try different things, though. You can't, and he has, though. Don't get me wrong, he has, though. But it's just like timely stuff where we're looking at it like, oh man, we need defense, and then it's the same guys out there. Like, man, why has Obi been sitting so long, or why has Cam been sitting so long? It's just like he's used to having those same kind of rotations on the same times and putting the same guys in there. So
right. I highly agree. Yes.
But if this goes down the toilet real soon, man, they got to get rid of everybody before the draft, because we definitely got to draft somebody this year. If we're not getting no superstar this year, I'm tired of just trading out the draft. You feel me? So with this being one of the deepest drafts, like we got to make sure we have our scouting department on point and ready to pick some guys up, man, because we cannot be passing on talent this year. You know what I mean? Like while other teams are rebuilding and bringing in players, we're just making these lateral movements. Okay, we need a point guard, so we're just going to bring this guy in, and then that doesn't work, and then we just trade for another guy. We get rid of DSJ and we bring in Rose, and you know what I mean, just to be on you know what I mean, no man's land. It's like Unc said, pick a direction and go. So you know what I mean, like,
right. I mean, we don't want to be this every year, just trying to win and not get a good pick, and then teams are getting better than us over time, and we're still stuck. I'm tired of being like this, man. It's getting sickening. I'm tired of all the guys we could have had. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of. I just want to ask. Let me ask the chat again. How much would y'all have paid RJ? And I'm an RJ fan, but how much would y'all have paid him this summer? Not picking on him. But I want to ask. Salute, Ron, my man, Ron Cleveland, man. Salute.
I said hold off on it. I said why rush into paying RJ? He wants to be here. We drafted him. He cried on draft night. You know what I'm saying? He cried on draft night. He has all the endorsements. He has the Puma. He has his airline. He had the olive oil. He had the peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? The PB&J. He had
DoorDash or something like that.
Yeah, DoorDash. Like he has, like he got the bread. You know what I'm saying? Like because of New York, he wouldn't have got that bread in Utah or some other small market. You feel me? So it was a prove it year to me. Like, nah, we still had other holes on the roster. That's why I was like, I'm not in a rush to pay RJ. But I would pay Cam though, because we saw what he's able to do. I mean, y'all saw him playing for Atlanta, and even if you didn't watch the Hawks games, you saw him play against us in the playoffs. You feel me? If you're a Knicks fan, you saw what he's capable of doing. You saw how athletic he was, and then if you take it back even farther than that, if you watch the Duke games, you know what I mean? Like you knew who Cam was going into the draft. So it was just, you kind of had a feeling of what he could bring to the team. And when we traded for him, I'm pretty sure every Knicks fan in Knicks universe was hyped that we traded for him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So even though he didn't have a good performance last year, it was kind of like, okay, you could kind of lowball him now because he didn't really have a good year. He got hurt. So just throw a number at him that's in our favor, and then I'm pretty sure he would have took it. But now that the league sees that, he's a 3, not a 3-and-D, but he's a defensive wing that can get his own bucket, take guys off the bounce, plays the passing lanes, like athletic, switchable. Like they're like, oh, okay. I mean, we need a guy like that. Every team could use a guy like that. You know what I mean? Like an Andrew Wiggins you mentioned. You know what I mean? Just somebody like that who's a piece to the team, and then let their other stars cook. Because I'm not saying Cam is the man. You feel me? But Cam is definitely a piece to any team, any championship team. But like I said, now we're gonna have to overpay because of his performance. Once again, though. Go ahead.
Because Ron, a lot of guys said 80. Guys said 80. It's funny. I was being nice. I said 90. At best, I would have gave him 90. So it's funny. I was being nice, but 80. Yeah, 80 is about right because that was the numbers I had. 80. I said 80, 90. Or keep it moving. Keep it moving. He ain't do nothing elite yet. We value him, but he ain't do nothing elite yet. We didn't see that takeoff from him yet to pay him the 100. To make him part of the $100 million club. And now look, I mean, he got his groove. I think one of those games he was starting to find his groove, but it wasn't enough. I mean, let's see how he plays, tomorrow. But he ain't been playing like no $120 million player, man. I'm not feeling it.
And that's what I'm saying. He need to take a back seat. You know what I'm saying? Because he's always plays better with the second unit anyways. You notice they take out Julius, they take out Brunson, and they take him out last and let him cook with second units, let him cook. So if he's producing better with the second unit and he's trying to pat his stats anyways,
Right.
Go ahead and patch your stats with the second unit then, and let someone else who's going to be a more defensive minded player that doesn't need the rock, and we could let Brunson cook and let Julius cook, and whatever's left over, you know what I'm saying, goes to whoever else is on the court. You know what I'm saying, and
Right.
he's gonna get his 20 points regardless. So does it really matter whether he starts or not? Especially when you're a liability on the defense and you're not knocking down your shots, and you know what I mean. Like I don't care about this politics no more. Like forget the whole politics game. They already showed that they're willing to do it by sitting Fournier on the bench. So why stop now? Why stop there?
Right. So you think we should trade Fournier?
Oh, most definitely. Like I didn't even want Fournier from the jump. You feel me? Like, but what I'm saying is since they already sat Fournier down, might as well sit RJ Barrett down. It needs to be said, like, if you're not playing, if you're not performing, we're gonna put someone else in who will.
Right.
That's the name of the game. No more favoritisms. No more. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show this guy more minutes because the name on the back of his jersey. Nah, if one guy's outperforming the other and he deserves more minutes, then give it to him. You feel me?
Right.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Nah, I agree, man. I agree. What up? I'm just stopping in for a second. I know. Oh, what was that? I don't want to hear it tonight. I don't want to hear the truth tonight, man.
He can't handle the truth.
Yeah, he can't. He's disappointed in everyone right now. I think we all are, man. I don't know what to say, man, because I don't know the direction we should go. I mean, of course, the direction we should go is simple. Stay young, follow the course, and stay young. But I don't know. I mean, we have more youngins than vets. I mean, I don't know. We only have 4 vets on the team? 3 or 4?
I can't hear. What was that?
I said we only have about 3 or 4 vets on the team. Everyone else is like, a youngin. So I mean,
we got Rose. He's 33, 34. I think he just turned 34 not too long ago, about a couple days ago, or a week or something like that. Right. And then after that, it's like Julius Randle, Brunson. You feel me? Like
Randall's birthday's coming up. Yeah, Randall's birthday's coming up. I don't know, man. It's kind of sad, man. It's sad. I don't know. I don't want it to be a year like last year, man. I was depressed last season. I really was. And I usually cut off. I usually stop watching the Knicks when they're out of playoff range. I stop watching, man. There's no point. It's not my team in the playoffs. I don't care about other teams. You think I care about other teams? I don't care about their success. I only care about my success, my Knicks, man. I don't care.
I try to look at the development for each player. You feel me? Are they taking the next step? Are they learning as they go? You know what I mean? Or are they a lost cause? It's the time to trade them. I mean, because this is Obi's and IQ's 3rd year, so I think they just picked up, their extended contract for next year, for that 4th year. So, right. I mean, like I mentioned, Obi's showing something. If IQ doesn't pick it up, and it seems like he's thinking too much, and he has a lot on his plate right now as far as trying to facilitate for others and create and no one to create for himself and no one to pull up that 3 and just things like that. It seems like it's just a lot of processing that's going on in his mind where he's not making those quick decisions and his shot is not going down. You feel me? When you have D Rose out there, D Rose is playing off ball and he's running the point, where it should be the other way around. Go ahead and let D Rose run the point, and now you have be that catch and shoot player when D Rose drives all the way to the cup and the defense collapses. You can have those good clean looks, saying on the 3. So instead of making things more difficult for yourself, kind of, you know what I'm saying, like just make it easy right now. He's missing guys on cutting, you know what I'm saying? He's missing Obi in the corner, and I just don't understand that part. Is they're supposed to be boys. They're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, best friends and things like that. You would think that the chemistry on the court would just be on point, and he's missing a lot of those assignments when it comes down to his boy on the court.
Right.
I mean, that's why I feel like it took another step back, is because D Rose is not running the second unit like he was last year. I mean, It's kind of like a student driver. You got the student driver behind the wheel, and then the teacher's teaching from the passenger side, trying to tell you, okay, make a left turn here, you know, uh, make a right turn there. Okay, I need you to parallel park now. And it just seems like he's just nervous on the court. He's just trying to do too much and not know when. But like you said, it's like game 11.
Right.
So,
Was yeah, I mean, if we was 1-9, I mean, if we was 1-10 or 2-9 or 3-8, then this would be something to worry about. I'm not worried yet. I'm hoping for the best, but that's what I think we'll be. So far, this is what we are. Middle team, half and half good, half bad. That's what it seems like so far. I feel like we'll win tomorrow, I'll be 6-6. And I feel like that's how the season's gonna go. It'd be funny if it goes.
It's fool's gold. It's just okay. We're getting you're getting thrown breadcrumbs at you. Okay, we're gonna lose against this team, but tomorrow it's okay. You're gonna play against these scrubs, and you're gonna feel good about yourselves for one day until you play some real contenders the next couple of games, and you're really gonna see what kind of team you truly are. I mean, it's gonna be like that back and forth all year. So,
Right.
It's just when is this gonna start clicking? When are guys gonna find their spots? You know what I'm saying? When are guys gonna start knocking down their shots? I just don't think we're a good 3-point shooting team. Period. You feel me? Like, I think Julius is. I mean, I think he was like 2 for 5 yesterday, maybe something like that.
I don't even know what he was. I don't know what anybody was with that loss. The way we
lost. I mean, he's taken a lot of threes. A lot of the times they're clean looks though. But I feel like they're clean looks because they're willing to let him shoot. You feel me? It's like, yeah, I'd rather have you take that 3-pointer than bully ball your way all the way to the cup. So it's almost like they're baiting him to take those shots. And I don't think that 3-point percent is sustainable. I think it'll drop. You feel me? Same thing goes to RJ Barrett. It's just, the teams are baiting us to knock down those threes, and we just don't have 3-point shooters right now. So
yeah, we have guys that can shoot, but not at an elite level. That's the true side of it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any knockdowns.
What's good? Ron Cleveland's in the building, man,
brother.
That's what I was saying last night, man. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. What's going on, fellas, man? What's going on, man?
That was a crazy game. I didn't think we were gonna get our butts handed to us like that, though.
I'm gonna tell you what that game did for me, man. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. If you ain't subscribed to the Blorange Tears Network, go ahead and hit that like button, man. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? These guys, putting in work, man. Go ahead and support it. Support it. You can't go no place else and be putting information about Knicks and talking Knicks. You know what I mean? Unless you're on any of these Knicks platforms. Because the majors ain't checking for us. You know what I mean? Even when we doing good. So, hey, you got your outlet, man, to vent and to talk and, communicate with other Knicks fans, man. Hey, go ahead and support the program. Support, man. Fellas, I'm going to tell y'all, man, I came to some hard realization with this team, man. I'm still teed off about the loss, but I'm not gonna say but because that cancels everything I just said. However, this team just ain't good. Are these guys good basketball players? Yeah, but they just don't fit. They just don't fit together on this team. Like each one of these players, if you were to take them and put them on another team and put them in a different role, they could contribute to an NBA team. That's not even the question. But how this team is constructed, this is not a good product. I mean, we can't shoot. And you said it, Sublime, perfectly. We're in a 3-point league, and we can't even shoot threes consistently. And it ain't like it's something new. I mean, the league been shooting threes for a while now. Mm-hmm. I mean, this team, and I said it the other day, it reminds me a lot of a 90s team, the way it's constructed.
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson don't shoot.
Right.
the late '90s, man, you had centers that weren't shooting. Only thing they was doing was guarding the paint and getting putbacks. Early 2000, think but Tyson Chandler. Mitchell Robinson is the same type player as Tyson Chandler.
Marcus Camby.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. This team is just not good, man. It's not good. And the biggest concern for me is with any team in any sports, man, defense on any level is going to win your championship. I don't care what kind of sport you're playing. If you don't play defense, you ain't going nowhere. As a whole, this New York Knicks team is ranked 16th. We don't guard the three well because we collapsing in the paint, trying to worry about the paint. People ain't shooting twos. They shooting threes. That game last night, man, y'all watched them boys was sagging off, playing off there, man, letting people shoot wide open threes. That's what we saw last night. It was a lot of wide open threes. And just to be totally transparent about what I see with this team ain't a good man-to-man team neither. We can't stay in front of our man. Only a few players can on this team. But as a whole, Jalen Brunson, at the most important position, cannot guard his man. And I like Brunson. But that's a problem. If you can't stop the opposing team point guard, it's going to be a long night. And that's why I think we're going to lose a lot of games this year. It's going to be a long season. You're not winning games if you can't guard your man.
Or at least match them by points, though, Ron. You know what I'm saying? Like, you score, I score, you score, I score, or something. But if you can't just be letting them cook you and you not produce any points as well.
And that's a good point, Subliminal, because I said that too. I said it's apparent because this team is not a good defensive team, we're going to have to outscore teams to win.
Yeah, we don't shoot.
And so I don't want anybody to get it twisted and think when nights that we put up, like what we did against Minnesota, that we're a good team and, you know what I mean, we're going to do this to everybody. That was an anomaly. The way the Knicks shot that night, it was an anomaly. So I'm more in line with seeing a lot more of these games like this that we're going to have going on to tell this front office do something, make a bold major move to bring in a bona fide stud because we don't have no studs on this team, man. We don't. We got a bunch of role players on this team. And don't get me started by RJ.
Right.
That's a waste of money, man.
Not only are we not a good 3-point shooting team, but we don't even take mid-range shots. You know what I'm saying? Like,
only person taking mid-range shots is Jalen Brunson and Julius every now and then.
Right.
Tell me how many you think RJ made this year mid-range?
He's doing the floater game now. You know what I'm saying?
What RJ been working on this summer other than free throws?
Floater?
I said this on D's shows today. On D's show today, and it dawned on me last night watching it. RJ does not have any offensive creativity to his game. Everything is, I'm gonna get the ball and I'm gonna do my little dribble between the leg. I'm gonna try to cross you up and I'm gonna try to get to my left side. That's it. Everything is trying to get to the basket on the left side. That's it. RJ does not have, and for what we spent for that, I hate that we paid him that money because I was saying, and think about this, Subliminal, y'all. A lot of these Knicks fans, man, wanted to pay that guy $160 million. You know how the league would have been laughing at us right now? You talk about a bad contract.
Yeah.
Come on, man. RJ's just not consistent, man.
Everybody thought I was crazy, man.
I said it on this show, and I said it on Ron and John's Still Knicks fan show. You know what I'm saying? Pump the brakes and let's wait till the end of the year to pay RJ. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to rush. He wants to be here. Like, let's see what pans out. Let's see if he takes the next level. Then you pay him what he's worth, not what you think he's going to be.
Right.
You know, you'd have thought, and I agree with you, and you'd have thought they would have learned from the debacle with Julius Randle when they gave him that contract. We paid him when we didn't have to. And you did the same thing with RJ, and all that was spin control because you didn't get Donovan Mitchell. And ain't nobody in the Knicks verse going to sit here and going to say RJ is anywhere near Donovan Mitchell.
I hope not.
So why were you in a rush to pay him? It was stupid. And now we got in excess of $400 million in contracts on this team for a team that ain't going to even make the playoffs. I hate to break it to a lot of people. We're not making no playoffs.
Are we making a play-in run?
Team staying in place the way it is, and with the coaching, we're not. And I can't even blame Tibbs for all of this because for as much as Tibbs the problem, you know what more is the problem? Because I'm looking at it. It's the roster. These players can't defend. Tibbs can't make. there's only so much a coach can do. He can put schemes in place, but he can't make people guard people. And this team is not good defensively. It's not. It's not even a normal Tibbs team, man, when I look at it. This is not a Tibbs team.
Nah. How do you feel about him running a 3-2 zone, though?
A zone will help.
I mean,
it'll help because it'll slow down and it'll make players that can't guard their man straight up. It'll help them out, but you better hope you ain't throwing no zone on the team that can shoot. But that game the other night, I did blame him in that game against Brooklyn because I was like, why do we keep trying to double Kevin Durant and leaving guys wide open? That was stupid.
Stop doubling people, period, though.
Yeah, and then there were occasions where you can see they weren't communicating. Guys getting left wide open.
That's another thing I mentioned is like there's no communication on the court. When you play ball and you say screen left. You know what I'm saying? You call those types of things ahead of time so that you know when to go under the screen or switch or just there's like no. We have too many quiet guys on the court that have no kind of communication, especially. Go ahead.
You're right. Go ahead.
No,
I got a question I'm gonna ask you.
No, that's kind of what I was getting at. Then now we have Jericho Sims starting with the second unit as supposed to be the defensive anchor by taking Mitch's spot. He's one of the quietest guys next to Rose, so you can't expect him to be a communicator out there.
Yeah, so you're right, and I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you and Cully a question.
What's good, Chris? What it do?
What's going on, Chris?
What up, Chris?
Oh, he's muted. Tell me, you know, every team normally got an offensive guy that scares team and a defensive guy that scares team.
Right.
Tell me who that is for the New York Knicks.
It's been Julius the last couple of years. He just
offense.
What who scares you on this team defensively? Like a team like
Mitchell Robinson.
And that's at the wrong position in today's league.
Right.
You need somebody on that wing that's gonna strike fear in somebody.
Hey Chris, how's it going?
Hey Juan, what's up, man?
Ain't much, Chris. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I lost a family member this year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Me, likewise, myself.
Hey Juan,
man.
I've been praying for you, man. I pray for you all the time.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I lost my mom in January. I lost my nephew in August.
I'm so sorry, Juan.
And I lost
How
another
about
cousin
you
like
give
a few
me
weeks
a
ago.
buzz tomorrow and we can talk.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. Good to hear your voice, man. Good to know you're okay.
Hey, Submental.
What's good?
I'm a big Knicks fan from Oklahoma. And hey, guys, keep your head up. This season isn't over. Let's go, Knicks.
Let's
You're
go.
You're right. The season ain't over. I wish it was, though, Chris.
Listen, Juan, I'm the one that called that 10-game win streak. Let's go. Come on.
I remember.
Where you at, Knicks Nation? Let's
hey,
go.
Chris, you need to call the front office and tell them call in the reinforcement because we need some help.
Oh, by the way, I can play basketball. I'm a superstar, Juan.
Hey, we need to sign you then. We need to put you in a jersey.
Right.
For sure.
Give you a call, man.
Hey, Samento, do you mind if I put my number in the chat, in the private chat, and me and you can text?
Oh, no doubt.
Peace, I'm out. Chris
right.
from Oklahoma.
Right, Chris.
Love you, Juan. Good night, buddy.
I love you too,
Call
buddy.
me tomorrow, Juan, and we can chat.
Chris.
All right, you
safe.
take care, Chris.
Yeah, so you were saying, the wrong position with the center of being the defensive specialist.
Yeah.
But he does make a lot of guys think twice about going into the paint. You know what I'm saying? He does alter a lot of shots.
But
you think about it back to what I said earlier. The league ain't shooting a bunch of twos.
right, the teams are not looking to get to the rim all the time.
If they get to the back, you know what they're doing? You know what they're doing? Because think about it, even on breaks, what they do. On a break, they ain't even trying to get to the basket. They try everybody getting to the 3-point line.
Yeah, they reset. They try
to launch. You know, we play in the old days basketball, man. We got to get out of this mindset. But you know what's crazy is we do have a 3-point shooter on this team that's consistent. Every time I see him come on the floor, he laces them. Whoever that kid.
Svi?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That dude. And then the defensive guy we got on the bench too, and Deuce. Now, of course, you're gonna have to suffer with Deuce offense and hope he can hit something. But defensively, he's a monster. He's gonna cause a problem. And I guarantee you, if Deuce was in this starting lineup, and it's crazy for me to even say it because I know the kid got a lot to work on. Yeah. You know, but if somebody on this team had his skill set defensively, and that's not, say Jalen Brunson had his defensive awareness and skill set, because both of them guys are smart and small. If Jalen Brunson had his defensive ability, this team would be a whole lot better, because that's what's killing us. That's what's killing us, man. Look at all these games that we've lost, and even the games we won. We ain't stopping players from that dribble penetration and kick. We're not stopping it.
That's the thing about our team, though, Ron, is that they have too many weaknesses and holes in their game. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, one can play defense, but like you mentioned, just Deuce. Let's talk about Deuce. Like, yeah, he's a defensive specialist, but he can't get past his man. You saw when they threw him at the end of the game against what was it, Philly, and they put Rivers in there. He couldn't get past Rivers. Like, he had to give up the rock. And I mean, it's not like Rivers is beginning any run. So I mean, like we're asking Tibbs to put it on a product on the floor when there's so many holes in their game.
That's why I can't put all this on Tibbs, man. The coach is only responsible for putting a scheme together. That's it. When you look at the product, the product on the floor is a direct reflection of the front office. And I'm gonna tell you, looking at that game, man, and just looking at all these games this season, this team is just not that good. We're not that talented, man. We're not that talented.
We got the number one chief rocker in Knicks universe, Uncle Free.
Y'all want this party started right.
Set it off, huh?
What's good, fellas?
What's going on, Freezy, man? What's going on, boy?
Hey, ain't nothing
I couldn't
to
come on nobody's show last night. I was just listening to everybody talk. I was so mad. I was so mad. And I learned my lesson. I said, don't go on no show. Don't do any show when you mad.
Right.
Think about how we felt. We had to sit through it and watch it all. You know
yeah, man.
Hey, we was all heated though. We all did this. We all put our Avi on. Like
we was hot. We was hot.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically. We was not trying to show our faces.
Yeah,
we might as well put the paper bags over our head.
Paper bags. And for those that have been through it for 20 years, put plastic bags over our head. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yo, hey, how y'all feeling, man? I was gonna do the Knicks at Night podcast at 12:30, man. How y'all doing?
I mean, yeah, go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Is it about that?
Yeah,
it's about that time. Okay.
That time
yeah.
right
You want to wrap up right here then, and then
let's do that. So let's do that. So y'all brothers can you know what I'm saying, can recuperate a little bit, and then
all right.
and then I'll take the crowd from here and ease them on to the 2:00 hour. So
most definitely. Yeah.
All right, man. Y'all do y'all thing there. And I'm gonna start over here. Yeah.
We're closing out right now, though, right?
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I'd like to thank all y'all for joining us tonight. Knicks after party. I know we went through some tough times yesterday, but it's gonna look better tomorrow. You heard Chris. Chris pulled up today. We had Ron Cleveland pulling up today. Chris with the positive news saying things are gonna get better. We gonna get this dub tomorrow. And then guess what? We gonna be 500 all over again. You feel me? So next time,
mediocre. That means we get to be
mediocre.
Yeah, we get to be average. Yay.
And check this out though. Your boy will not be here next week. Subliminal 209 will be in Phoenix the next
Arizona.
2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I need a little vacation, y'all.
So
I ain't gonna
be
be
able to rock. The
Knicks will do
that to you, man. The Knicks will do that to you.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta take 3 vacations during the next season every year.
Every year,
just to regroup and restart. You know what I'm saying?
Every year.
Y'all know it was so disheartening about that loss last night, man. And the reason why I ain't get on nobody's show. I said I'm gonna wait till the day.
Yeah, man. Hey, Ron, we gonna wrap this one up though. We gonna wrap this one up, and I'm going to start the other one. Like
go
right.
you to Knicks tonight.
Yeah, I'm over there right now. Matter of fact, I'm
Okay,
I'm on.
All right, y'all. Till next time. We out.
All right.
All right, y'all. Come jump straight over. Jump straight over, y'all.
All
All
right.
Peace,
right.
y'all.
Drop that.